श्री राधा माधव पंचोत्तर श्रीमद भगवान की, श्रील प्रभुपाद की, ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवत महापुराण की। जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी, गोपी जना वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी, गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन, यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन। यमुना तीरवनचारी, यमुना तीरवनचारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी, गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी, गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन, यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन। यमुना तीरवनचारी, यमुना तीरवनचारी। जय राधा माधव राधा माधव राधे। जय राधा मदन मोहन राधा मदन मोहन राधे। जय राधा गोविंद राधा गोविंद राधे। जय राधा गोपीनाथ राधा गोपीनाथ राधे। जय राधा रमन राधा रमन राधे। Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 श्रील प्रभुपाद जय जय गुरुदेव 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 जय गुरुदेव निताय गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल गौर हरि बोल श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन की, श्रीमद् भागवत महापुराण की, श्रील प्रभुपाद की, श्रील गोपाल भट्ट गोस्वामी की, समवेत भक्तवृंद की गौर प्रेमानंद। ओम ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतोपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च। श्रीरूपं स्वाग्रजातं सहगना रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं स्वाद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रस्थाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते स्वारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। वंशाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। नष्टप्रायेष्वभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवतीरुत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुलङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुदिनतारिणं। सर्वशस्त्राभिपीयूष सर्ववेदैक सत्फल सर्वसिद्ध्यान्तरत्नाढ्य सर्वलोकैकदृक्प्रद सर्वभागवत प्राण श्रीमद्भागवत प्रभो कलिध्वान्त उदित आदित्य श्री कृष्ण परिवर्तिता। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। So we are studying from Srimad Bhagavatam Puran, Canto 3, Chapter 17, Text 19. Cakre hiraṇyakaśipur dorbhyāṁ brahma-vareṇa ca vaśe sa-pālāḻ lokāṁs vaśe sa-pālāḻ lokāṁs trīn akuto-mṛtyur uddhataḥ cakre hiraṇyakaśipur dorbhyāṁ brahma-vareṇa ca vaśe sa-pālāḻ lokāṁs trīn akuto-mṛtyur uddhataḥ cakre hiraṇyakaśipur dorbhyāṁ brahma-vareṇa ca vaśe sa-pālāḻ lokāṁs trīn akuto-mṛtyur uddhataḥ cakre hiraṇyakaśipur dorbhyāṁ brahma-vareṇa ca vaśe sa-pālāḻ lokāṁs trīn akuto-mṛtyur uddhataḥ cakre hiraṇyakaśipur dorbhyāṁ brahma-vareṇa ca vaśe sa-pālāḻ lokāṁs trīn akuto-mṛtyur uddhataḥ cakre hiraṇyakaśipur dorbhyāṁ brahma-vareṇa ca vaśe sa-pālāḻ lokāṁs trīn akuto-mṛtyur uddhataḥ cakre made Hiraṇyakaśipu dorbhyāṁ by his two arms, brahma-vareṇa by the benediction of Brahma, cha and vaśe under his control, sa-pālān along with their protectors, lokān the worlds, trīn three, akuto-mṛtyuḥ fearing death from no one, uddhataḥ puffed up. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace Srila Bhajranaravindra Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The elder child Hiraṇyakaśipu was unafraid of death from anyone within the three worlds because he received a benediction from Lord Brahmā. He was proud and puffed up due to this benediction and was able to bring all three planetary systems under his control. Purport. As will be revealed in later chapters, Hiraṇyakaśipu underwent severe austerity and penance to satisfy Brahma and thus receive a benediction of immortality. Actually, it is impossible even for Lord Brahma to give anyone the benediction of becoming immortal. But indirectly, Hiraṇyakaśipu received the benediction that no one within this material world would be able to kill him. In other words, because he originally came from the abode of Vaikuntha, he was not to be killed by anyone within this material world. The Lord desired to appear himself to kill him. One may be proud of his material advancement in knowledge, but he cannot be immune to the four principles of material existence, namely birth, death, old age, and disease. It was the Lord's plan to teach people that even Hiraṇyakaśipu, who was so powerful and strongly built, could not live more than his destined duration of life. One may become as strong and puffed up as Hiraṇyakaśipu and bring under his control all the three worlds, but there is no possibility of continuing life eternally or keeping the conquered booty forever. So many emperors have ascended to power and they are now lost in oblivion. That is the history of the world. Jai Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Shri Chaitanya Prabhum Bande Valapiyad Anugraha Tarennana Matagraha Vyaptam Siddhanta Sagaram. Hare Krishna. So I humbly beg the blessings of all the assembled devotees so that I can do this service of glorifying Srimad Bhagavatam, glorifying the devotees and the teachings of the Lord, as we heard in this parampara disciplic succession through Srila Prabhupada and his followers. Today is an auspicious event. Today is the disappearance day of Srila Gopal Bhatta Goswami, one of the acharyas of Shad Goswami, prominent acharya of Shad Goswami. So, first we can see in this text what we are seeing, that Hiraṇyakaśipu, the greatest terror in creation ever existed. We can see about him that he was fearless. He received the benediction from Brahma that he will not be killed by anyone from this material world, and also on. Prabhupada throws beautiful lesson for us that nobody can be immortal, first of all. And no matter how much wealth or knowledge someone has, how much power someone has, one cannot be freed from these four defects. Brahma pramad, vipralipsha karana patab, arsha vigya vakya dosha nahi esham. Only one can be freed from all these four defects only when someone follows the acharyas, and ishwarara vakya dosha nahi esham. That's also another verse. Only when someone follows the teachings of the Supreme Lord. And then Prabhupada also discusses that death is going to come. Nobody can escape death. Someone can be puffed up, proud, but there were many more emperors, those who ascended to power, position, but they are lost now. They are lost, gone. Many more people in the history. We can hear. I visited once, recently, one museum in one place in Tripura, and then there were all the kings' names and their photographs. Of course, I think there were drawings, photographs, and then all the paraphernalia used by the kings, their royal cloths, their royal attire, then their sword and shield, all these things, all kind of things were there, and just names and after names, but they are nowhere, they are not present. Only their armors and all these things are there. So many more people came and went. We will also be gone one day. From now, let's say after 500 years, people will be thinking, 500 years back in 2025, in Mayapur was like this and that. So, just like everything, maybe these things can be antique. If you have this camera, save it somewhere. People will buy it with millions or billions. Oh, this is antique, 500 years old camera. Or this kartal, this is 500 years back kartal. It will be sold on auction. People will buy it like anything, antique piece. Now it might be 500 rupees. That time it will be 500 or 5 billion or million, whatever. So like that, everybody will be gone. That is the harsh reality. We cannot escape the harsh reality of this material world. Anytime, we even don't know whether we will be able to, like after this Bhagavatam class, we will be able to go back to our room. We know that there was one Prabhu, a few years back, he gave Bhagavatam class, and then immediately then he was taken to hospital and he left us, went to the Lord. So anything can happen. I was reading, like one day, like few years back, I had my birthday, and morning I woke up and then my phone was filled up with messages, wishes, WhatsApp and Facebook, devotees, and many Facebook friends, Instagram are wishing happy birthday. I said, okay, let's see who all wished. So early morning, I was seeing who all wished happy birthday. Then immediately one news came. I was scrolling. Then one news came in front of me on Facebook. I just clicked on this. That the news said that there was one boy and a girl. They loved each other. They were in loving affair for 3 years. Then both the families agreed to get them married. So then their marriage was fixed. Everything was fixed. They even bought all the attires for the bride, for the groom, dhoti, and then all this whatever attire, and then that turban, everything they bought for the girl, for the boy. Then they printed the invitation card also. Then the boy, the groom, he along with his friend, they sat on the bike and he went to invite his relatives and friends. Then they had an accident. Then his friend got injured severely, but he got spot dead. Then they took him to hospital and all these things, post-mortem, all these things were there. Then they put his dead body wrapped in black polythene plastic. So then he was taken to, they put that photograph actually, he was being taken to the crematorium. His dead body was wrapped with that black plastic, and next to his head there was a turban, the groom turban, which was bought for him. After 2 days he was supposed to go for, we call it like groom's party, we call it bar yatra, the bar or barat in Hindi, what do you say? Parade, his marriage parade he was supposed to go, but now he is going to the crematorium. So like that, so it was my birthday and I was seeing this news. I said, wow, what a news to see, start my birthday, what a news to start with. So like that, anytime, anything may happen. We were seeing, recently we had Ratha Yatra and amazing pastimes of Lord Jagannath. So there was one story of Jagannath, that after Snan Yatra, 15 days, Jagannath doesn't give darshan. Then Ratha Yatra comes. So before Ratha Yatra there is that, what is that name called? They called special darshan. Netrotsav darshan. So that like after 15 days you can go and take darshan of the Lord. Netrotsav, it's like festival for the eyes to see the Lord, witness the Lord, darshan of the Lord after 15 days. So but before the darshan of Netrotsav happens, first of all the demigods goes and take darshan. They also couldn't take darshan for 15 days. The demigods goes and take darshan, they offers report to the Lord during these 15 days, this happened, that happened, all these incidents happen in this planet. So all the demigods come. On one particular year, particular event, before Netrotsav, like that all the demigods came, they took darshan. Now Yamaraj was late. He was a bit delayed. Then he was rushing. Like, okay, let me go and take darshan of Lord. So when Yamaraj entered Jagannath temple, then suddenly he saw there was one small parrot, small bird on the courtyard. Then Yamaraj was curious. He looked at that bird. He paused for a while. He looked at that bird for a while and then he again okay, anyway, he went to his, to take darshan. Then Garuda, who is guarding the temple, who is in front of the temple all the time, he witnessed this event. The Yamraj was going to take darshan, suddenly he looked at this bird. What happened? So when Yamraj looks at you with special glance, then it's really, really risky and really something to worry about. And Garuda was king of the birds, so it's his duty to protect his citizens, all the birds. So Garuda was anxious that why is Yamraj looking like this? Maybe Yamraj is going to take him away to his Yamaloka. It's my duty to protect my praja, my citizen. So what Garuda did, he said, okay, my dear bird, what you do? You come and climb on my wing and I'll fly with you. So Garuda flew and he went to Mansarovar, few thousand miles away, Mansarovar. He went there and there was one Devedaru tree, and Garuda kept that small little bird in the hole of that tree, kept him, and within a moment, within a minute, he just flew back to Jagannath temple. Now Yamraj went and took darshan of Jagannath. He talked with him, everything. He gave the report. Within last 15 days, this many millions of living beings, or new guests we got in Yamaloka and all these things. Then he said, my dear Lord, I have one doubt, I have one concern. What is this? He said, you have only created this system that, okay, there is a particular lifespan, after lifespan everyone has to die. But now just now I saw that one little bird here. And according to my calculation, from now, after few hours, this bird is supposed to die. Jagannath says, what's problem? What's wrong? He said, he is supposed to die, but not here. He is supposed to die in Mansarovar, which is a few thousand miles away from here. And he is supposed to be in the hole of a Devdaru tree, and he is supposed to be bitten by a snake, and he is supposed to die. So what's problem here? He said that how can this little bird fly this many thousands of miles within next few hours from here to there? How can he reach there? That's my worry. So Jagannath smiled and he said that, the Lord, he said, hey, don't worry, everything will happen as per the plan, as per the system. Still Yamraj was okay, whatever. So Yamraj he came back, came out and he was again looking, bird is nowhere. So then Garuda came, he said, Yamraj, how are you? Yeah, I am fine. So what are you looking for? I am looking for this bird was here now. Where is it? He said, why? Then Garuda said, no, actually I saw that you were looking at him, so I took her from here and I flew away and I kept her in Mansarovar in the hole of a Devdaru tree. Then Yamraj started to smile and he told, this is what the Lord said. According to my calculation, she is supposed to die now. So that's what. Then Garuda was thinking, oh my God, how did I do that? So that's what, no matter what we do, in India we have this system called under the table. You go and traffic police catches you and he is going to fine you, but maybe 500 rupees, 1000 rupees. But you said, okay, sir, please excuse me, and then I'm sorry, this and that. Okay, means legally he is going to charge you or fine you 500 or 1000 rupees. But illegally you just give him 100 rupees tip and he leaves you, releases you. So somehow or other you can bypass the traffic rules or any of the rules system by bribing or this and that. But the God's law, we cannot bribe. That okay, Yamraj, you take some money and let me live for some more time. It cannot happen. Anytime it might happen, it might come. And when King Chitraketu's son was dead, Harsha Shoka, so King Chitraketu was also saying like that what is this system made by Ahovidata Stvam Ativa Balisha? Oh my dear Lord, or the Creator, you are fool. You are less intelligent. You have created such a system. What kind of system is this? A son is dying before the father. Father should die before the son. The son is dying in front of the father. He is lamenting. So then the son was brought back to consciousness. Then he gave him the instructions. So that's the harsh reality. Who is going to live when? So one reporter asked Srila Prabhupada that in India, generally the old men take sannyas. So why are you giving sannyas to young people here? So Prabhupada's reply has who is old and who is young? What do you mean by old? He couldn't say anything. He said, old means one who is about to die. So can you claim for sure that you are not going to die before me and I am going to die before you just because I am elder? I am 70 years old and you are 30 years old, you are not going to die before me? He said, no. So anyone can die anytime. So everybody is old here. A small baby is also old. How many years old you are? 7 years old, 8 years old, 10 years old. Old. We don't say I am 10 years young. So everybody is old here. So now point is, all these things we say and we forget. That's the harsh reality. And that's what even Yudhishthira Maharaj said to Yaksha. When Yaksha asked question to Yudhishthira Maharaj, what is the most astonishing thing? What is the most wonderful thing in this creation? We have pyramid and all these 7 wonders of the world. But Yudhishthira Maharaj said, ahanya bhutani gacchantiha yamalayam shesha sthavaram icchanti kimascharyamatah param. That every day people are dying in front of us. Every day people are dying. At least in those days, at least there was no WhatsApp or newses. At least there was no communication, but nowadays more communication. Every day you see people are dying. Even if not locally around you, online you can see, on newspaper you can see. What do you see on newspaper? One day I was actually calculating, I was seeing the front page and the back page of the newspaper. There was around 30 newses on the front page and the back page. And out of 30, 17 were of death. This many people died here, 1 person died here, 2 people died there. How many people died here? So you can say it's death certificate. It's not newspaper, it's a death paper. How many people died? So every day you buy newspaper or even you read on online. What is that? Okay, how many people died and how did they die? Unique way of dying. Somebody committed suicide, somebody did that and so many other ways of dying. So every day we are seeing people are dying. Still, shesha sthavaram icchanti, those who are staying behind, they are thinking that I am exceptional. I am special. I am the chosen one. Maybe I will not die. One day I was in one city in India and I was going with the cab to catch the flight, and there was some traffic going through that street, and there was billboard advertisements and all. So there was one advertisement by one furniture company. They did one advertisement, some chair, some sofa kind of thing, armchair, and they put one tagline. So I was reading that, what did they write? They wrote that, something like that, I forgot it, many years back, around 10 years back. They wrote that rules are for, something like that, rules are for common people, exceptions are for me. This is with an inverted comma. Exceptions are for me. And then they wrote, if you think like this, then you should contact us to buy our product. Because this is exceptional. So everybody thinks that I am exceptional. Common rules, common system is for everyone, but I am exceptional. I am the chosen one. So everybody thinks that I will not die. So Yudhishthira Maharaj is saying this is the most wonderful. Kim ascharyamatah param. That people forget that they are going to die. Kim ascharyam. Now, this is wonderful, isn't it? Those who are staying back, they are forgetting it. Now more than that, even more wonderful than that, what we can add to this is that those who are sitting on Vyasasana and preaching and giving lectures and even quoting these slokas, they also forget that we will die. Those who are giving lectures and saying that we might die anytime, we will die. They also forget. We also forget that we will die. So Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, whenever he would meet with someone or whenever he would talk, he would say that okay, Krishna willing, we will do this. Krishna willing, we will meet tomorrow. Krishna willing, we will go there. We forget all the time. We make big plans or even small plans. Today afternoon, okay, from here, after the Bhagavatam class, I'll go back to my room, I'll have breakfast, I'll meet with this person, do this and that. But we forget, Krishna willing. All the plans, but then anytime anything might happen, may happen. So what to do? At least we cannot stop planning. We can plan for Krishna and we can be detached from the plan. Even for the plans for service, we might have planned for serving Krishna, pleasing Krishna, making temples, making this or this service, that service. Still, those services also might not be successful. Few days back we had the disappearance of His Holiness Bhakti Charu Swami Maharaj. Maharaj was once saying that he actually traveled around America and other places, and they took interviews of scientists and many people who wanted to make a series, films, movies, something like that. For lots of people they took interviews, big people, scientists and all. It's a big plan to preach, but then they had an accident and all the tapes, everything got lost, like it got destroyed. So it was such a hard work. Those days they didn't have cloud storage, okay, save on the cloud. They had physical hard drive and all got lost. So then Maharaj said, I thought maybe it's Krishna's plan. No matter whatever endeavor we gave, everything got spoiled, got lost. So many times that happens and we get frustrated. So we need to plan more for Krishna, but there also we need to be detached. Don't be attached to your plan for serving Krishna also. So we need to be attached to serving Krishna. We need to be attached to serving attitude, not to the service. Don't be attached to the service, but be attached to the service attitude. No, I want to do this service only. I want to make garland only. I want to make this only. I want to do this service only. So there are many other services. If this service I don't get, I get other services. So various things are there. So today is also the disappearance day of Srila Gopal Bhatta Goswami. And Srila Gopal Bhatta Goswami, we know that he appeared in South India in Srirangam. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu visited South India, Srirangam, and he stayed at the house of Gopal Bhatta Goswami. His father's name was Venkat Bhatta Goswami, Venkat Bhatta, and there were three brothers. One of the brother was Prabodhananda Saraswati. So at that time, Gopal Bhatta was a small boy. So Venkat Bhatta, he invited Mahaprabhu, hosted Mahaprabhu at his house, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu stayed there for 4 months. And often Mahaprabhu and Venkat Bhatta, they would have discussion, and Mahaprabhu would joke with him, tease him. Once Mahaprabhu was asking him that why did your Lakshmi come to Raslila? Why did she like hankar, or she is trying to enter in Raslila? Krishna is like, why is she, if your Lakshmi is so chaste, why is she trying to enter in Raslila of another man? Then Venkat Bhatta, he knew the philosophy. Even if he was the Sri Vaishnava, he accepted Krishna as Supreme Personality of Godhead. He said, Krishna and Vishnu are non-different, same personality. Krishna is the Swayam Bhagavan. So it's not wrong that Lakshmi Devi is trying to enter in Raslila. So then Mahaprabhu and Gopal Bhatta Goswami, a small boy, Gopal, he was really fond of Mahaprabhu. He would be nearby Mahaprabhu all the time. Mahaprabhu would give him his prasadam, his Mahaprasadam, his remnants, and he blessed him to be the Acharya. So then he told him that, okay, you stay at home as long as your parents are here, then you go to Vrindavan. So as long as his parents lived in this world, Gopal Bhatta stayed at home, and he learned, actually studied under his uncle, Prabodhananda Saraswati. He was a great scholar. We have lots of books by Prabodhananda Saraswati. Amazing compositions of shlokas. Sanskrit poetry by Prabodhananda Saraswati. Beautiful verses, famous verses we see mainly by Prabodhananda Saraswati. So Prabodhananda Saraswati, he taught to Gopal Bhatta Goswami. Then after his parents, they left this world, then Gopal Bhatta Goswami, he came to Vrindavan. He joined Rupa Sanatana Goswami. And Mahaprabhu told earlier that Gopal is going to come. So Rupa Sanatana Goswami accepted him as their younger brother with love and affection. Then Rupa Goswami wrote a letter to Mahaprabhu that Gopal has come. Mahaprabhu was so happy that he was telling the devotees about the good qualities of the little boy Gopal. And then Mahaprabhu sent a letter back to Rupa Goswami, some instructions for Gopal. And then Mahaprabhu sent gifts, Kaupina and Uttariya for Gopal. Gopal was so happy to receive that. Then Gopal Bhatta Goswami, so all the other Goswamis, they had their deities, but Gopal didn't have his deities. So Gopal Bhatta Goswami, he went to Gandaki, which is in Nepal, so he got Shalagram Shilas. He had 12 Shilas. So wherever he would go, he would travel around with his 12 Shilas. So then one day one rich businessman came, and he came and met with Gopal Bhatta Goswami. Then he offered nice beautiful garments and jewelries to Gopal Bhatta Goswami. So then Gopal Bhatta Goswami said that, oh, I don't have any deities, what will I do with them? I have only Shalagram. I have like deity dresses, costumes, outfits and jewelries and ornaments. What do I do? So then he just wished at his mind that, okay, heart, that I wish I would have a deity, then I could decorate them, dress them, do shingara. So that night he worshipped his Shalagram and he put them at sleep, covered them with the basket, and then he did his bhajan tapasya. I slept for a while. So next day morning he woke up, he opened up the basket and he saw that one of the Shalagram, he became into beautiful deity. And that deity is Radha Raman. Shri Radha Raman. And I think a few days back there was also a big festival in Radha Raman temple in Vrindavan. So since then he beautifully decorated. Then Rupa Sanatana Goswami came, everybody came. They took darshan of beautiful deity Radha Raman. And Gopal Bhatta Goswami was doing the worship. And actually our deity worship process, everything, many things like how Gopal Bhatta Goswami, he worshipping Radha Raman deity in parampara is going on still, coming from that. And Gopal Bhatta Goswami, he gave us this, the manual for worshipping deity, and Shatkriya Sar Vipika, the Vaishnava Samskaras, how should we do, what all things we do, Shraddha and all these things. We have Vaishnava Shraddha, not like Smarta. So Gopal Bhatta Goswami is the Acharya for all this, and he gave us beautifully. And he was a great scholar. And some says that Gopal Bhatta Goswami is the one who wrote some of the books, but then he didn't want his names. So then it was attributed to Jiva Goswami. So he was a great scholar, Gopal Bhatta Goswami. And beautiful deity of Radha. So all the Goswamis, they teach us beautiful lesson through their lives, through their activities, that this is life, that is life. He was also like this, Rupa Sanatana, living under trees. No anxiety to make big house, big building, big apartment. Living under trees and drinking some buttermilk, whatever they get, and sleeping sometimes not sleeping. So that is called intense, like they were fully Krishna conscious. That means fully Krishna conscious. Krishna consciousness. What we are doing, Krishna consciousness, is kind of we are part-time Krishna conscious. We are part-time Krishna conscious, full-time in Maya and so much things. So, but that is Krishna consciousness. When Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Mayyeva manadasa Mayi buddhim niveshaya, give your mind and intelligence to me. I want your mind, I want your intelligence. Nowadays in Bollywood they have romantic movies and song. Oh, give me your mind, I want your, something like that.
that my mind is with you, and they will show some scenes like this, that okay, the boy is loving the girl is loving the boy, and the girl is, I think there was one scene like that long back, in old elderly, like in the childhood I saw that, some scene, that the girl loved that boy, a hero, and wherever she is seeing that as if that hero, that boy has come. So someone is pulling a rickshaw, the rickshaw driver, and the girl is seeing that the face of that boy in the rickshawala. I mean, she is just dreaming in the trance, she is in that meditation. She is meditating of that boy. The same thing when Kamsa was meditating, when Kamsa saw someone brought fruits, Kamsa was worried, maybe the Krishna has come in disguise, brought fruits for me, and he has mixed poison in this fruit. He was not eating or drinking anything. So actually, that means giving your mind to someone. Like you are dreaming about that person, always thinking about that person. You are always like in trance about that person. Just you think, not that only. Actually, they stole this concept from Krishna, from Bhagavad Gita only. In Gita, Krishna was the one who started this trend, that give your mind to me. I demand your mind, I demand your intelligence. Krishna demanded mind and intelligence. He didn't demand money or other things. Of course, he said later, if you cannot give your mind intelligence to me, then you can do abhyasa yoga yuktena. If you cannot do that also, then you can work for me. If you cannot do that also, you do satkarma and all. 12.8, 9, 10, 11 verses in Bhagavad Gita. So Krishna wanted our mind, that we should always be Krishna conscious. And that means, what does it mean to give our mind to Krishna? That means we need to be mad. That's what Mahaprabhu said. Kiva mantra dila gosai, kiva tar bol, jopite mantro, kodilo pagol. Pagol, it has made me mad, crazy. It has made me mad. So actually, prema means to be mad. So what is the goal of our life? What is the goal of our life? To be mad. To be mad. Even say, what's your goal, aim of life? My aim of life is to mad. What? Yes, I want to be mad. That's all. That was madness. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he went to worship the deity. He was so mad, he was crying out of love in Vipralamba Rasa. He was not able to worship the deity. He was crying profusely. Then with his tears, all his clothes became wet. Then he came out of the deity room, he again removed his clothes, he took bath again, he put on new clothes or fresh cloth. Again he went to worship the deities. But again he was crying. Again he came out, and again he changed his clothes. So like that. He was going inside, crying, coming outside, changing his clothes, again going in. He couldn't worship the deity. Then he told Gadadhar, you go and worship the deity, I cannot do it. I am not that fortunate to worship the Lord, you go and do it. So he was so mad that he was not able to worship the deity. Deity worship is in the process of Vaidhi Bhakti, rules, regulation. He was not able to do that. Murari Gupta came to his house. He was in such mad ecstasy in Krishna consciousness. He told his wife that I am hungry, give me prasadam to eat. His wife gave rice and ghee and sabzi and all. He took the rice with ghee and everything he mixed. Then he took that Krishna eat. My dear Krishna, please eat, and he threw it. Krishna eat and threw it. Krishna eat, and like that he started to throw rices on the ground. Now his wife, imagine nowadays your husband comes and does this, what will wife do? Now his wife was great chaste, and she knew the position of Murari Gupta. She started to laugh, smile. So she went inside, she brought more rice. She filled the plate again with more rice. And again he started to spill it, throw the rice. Krishna eat, Krishna eat. Now all the rice, cooked rice was finished. No more cooked rice. So then she started to chant, Krishna, Krishna. Then he came in external trance, consciousness. So next day, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to his house and he was chanting in the morning. Mahaprabhu came and said, and he was doctor. So Murari asked, okay Mahaprabhu, tell me, why did you come? Then he said, I have come, I have got some stomach ache, food poisoning, or I have got some stomach loose motion or stomach problem, stomach upset, give me some medicine. What did you eat yesterday? Then Mahaprabhu became so angry. He said, what did I eat yesterday? You are the one. Oh, you gave me so much ghee rice. So much rice with ghee. And I took so much ghee and my stomach is aching. You are the one. When you gave everything, how can I refuse? I ate everything. So now you give me medicine. So he said, I got disease by eating your rice from your house. So I will get cured by drinking water from your house. So there was water pot of Murari Gupta Mahaprabhu, took that water pot, started to drink. So that was like, they were mad, crazy. You see Nityananda Prabhu's, he became naked and he's running around being naked. Mahaprabhu is trying to hold him. He said, we are cloth. Naked. They were climbing on the trees and doing this and that. So in external, like if a sane man sees that and hears this pastime, they are mad people. Crazy, isn't it? So our goal of life is to be crazy. And Goswamis, they showed us how like they went ahead without eating, sleeping, drinking. How is it possible? Is it even possible? Yes, they did it. So when one is fully absorbed in Krishna, then what happens? Like in Bhagavad Gita we see, Arjuna is saying Krishna as Rishikesha, means one who is the controller of the senses. So for common people, our senses are being controlled and guided by sense God. There are demigods, Digdevatas, for eyes, demigods. Even we pass stool, we go to washroom. For that also there are Mitra Varuna demigods in order to pass stool also, so that our stomach is clear. So for a common man, common person, all the demigods are controlling our body and senses. But for a pure devotee, Supreme Lord Rishikesha, he is controlling the senses. So when the Lord is controlling the senses, the devotee doesn't need to eat, he doesn't need to sleep, he doesn't need to drink anything. He doesn't need to pass stool, he is like in that state. So that is possible. That state, for now it's like impossible. Oh, how can you go without eating, sleeping, drinking? But when someone is in that stage of consciousness, like the Goswamis, it's very much possible. So that is our greed. That should be our greed. Krishna bhakti rasa bhavitamati kriyatam yati kutopi labhyate tatra laulyam api mulyam ekalam. Laulyam, that greed is required. We should pray every day seriously to Radha Madhav, Narsimhadev Panchatattva, that please give me that consciousness, give me that love, make me crazy for your love, make me mad, so that one fine day I can avoid eating, sleeping, drinking and anything, and I can fully be your conscious. That's the only greed. And we should practice that by hearing all these pastimes and reading Bhagavatam and Chaitanya Charitamrita, Chaitanya Bhagavat. We should practice that for now, at least few hours we should practice every day and like that. Hare Krishna. Srimad Bhagavat Mahapurāṇ ki jai, Jai Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Gaur Premanande. According to my watch, my phone, it's 8:58. According to this, is 9:05. So I have 2 more minutes remaining. Yes, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu, for the class. Prabhu, you mentioned your experience in Assam, many kings, their photos. So generally what happens, only sannyasis and those who are not in the position, they discuss about all these things.
Sorry, I couldn't understand that.
Only about this, you mentioned that many kings came and went, and then, so we should not misuse the position, power. So what happens is, only sannyasis and those who are not in power, they only understand all these things. Those who are in the power, generally it so happens that somehow they are taken over, they were overpowered, they cannot understand. So I remember, I don't exactly remember where it is, but then within our ISKCON scenario also once what happened, one devotee, he was going to take sannyas. So the sannyas ceremony was there, and he was, before his name and dress of sannyas, he was begging for forgiveness from all the present devotees. That see, previously I was in management, so I must have committed many offenses against many devotees. So please forgive me, and I'm going to start my new. Please bless me so that journey may be smooth. I was wondering, after means, then why not during when we are in management? Why don't we understand that the solution? What?
Okay, so this whole management or position, power position, this itself is such kind of thing that even if you understand that, still somehow or other these things come only. So this is designed like that. So it requires intelligence. Those who are intelligent, they understand that, and it requires the mercy, blessings of the acharyas, blessings of guru to understand that. Otherwise, so first of all, intelligent person, they will not go into that zone only. They will not go in that direction. I don't want that power position. But of course, sometimes it's given to them by the guru as a service. So if they have that mentality, that mood as a servant, then, in fact, what to speak of that, even as a guru, being a guru, that is also a post. So guru also has to give up that mentality that I am a guru. Saraswati Thakur would say that dasoham to his disciple, I am your servant. So to maintain that humility, that's why one requires Bhagavatam and again to understand that, and that's why it requires association. So brahmacharis, they have brahmachari friend associations. Even the spiritual gurus, they have their friends. So they also need to be in the association, and each one, so because they are the friends, so they will discuss between oneself and each other, and they will teach each other. So that makes one into humility. Like I think once Gaurang Prabhu from Chopati, he was telling that, I was hearing on recording, he went to West and someone asked him a question that how do you remain humble? Like people you praise you, glorify you, offer you flower and all this thing. So he said, yeah, I come here, your place, and all of you respect me, put me Vyāsasan, lots of things and glorification. But after all these things, I go back to India, I go back to my Chowpatty temple, I go back to a brahmachari ashram, and I stay in the brahmachari ashram with my friends, and they bring me down. When you have your friends like that, they are even not celebrated. They are okay, oh, Prabhu, you have done it, Prabhu, you haven't cleaned, it's your service to clean the temple today. You haven't cleaned or you haven't done that. Friends, Prabhu, you are being proud, oh, be careful. So each other will give unfiltered feedback. So it's required. So brahmacharya is important, brahmachari ashram. For grihasthas, it's husband-wife are there. So all goes to wife, who makes the husband humble with unfiltered feedbacks. Yeah. So similarly, even in each level, we require the peers association of friends who gives us unfiltered, and seniors also. That gives us that, and it makes.
Time for one question.
I have all time.
About this, you are mentioning about the accident, that motorcycle accident, the person died. These kind of accidents, these are not a natural system of transportation. For example, you take in the Vedic system, there was no motorcycle, car, aircraft, all these things. We are voluntarily getting into the death trap, knowingly, unknowingly. Do they come under category of natural death or what? Because in the recent air crash also, with 241 people on board dying en masse. I don't think we are voluntarily getting into the trap. And if you, what is your opinion about that, this death caused by this kind of accidents?
Accidents are called akuto-mṛtyur also. They are not naturally death, akuto-mṛtyur. But of course, they are not as bad, they are not bad like committing suicide. Suicide is sinful directly, but akuto-mṛtyur, like a snake bite or other thing, these are called akuto-mṛtyus. So, but of course, if someone commits suicide, then it's sure for sure become ghost and Brahma, Rakshas, all these things. But akuto-mṛtyus are like that. Accidents are not always like this. Sometimes it might be Krishna's plan. It's not that someone akuto-mṛtyus become ghost or something like that. It's Krishna's plan. Yeah, idea is that more we have modern advancement. Death is accelerating, death rate. But it's not that earlier people were not dying. People were dying through snake bite and all. Now we have medicines. Your snake bite, you can give medicine, people are saved. But earlier people were dying by snake bites more. Or earlier there were diseases like leprosy, cholera, all these things were more diseases. Many more kids were dying through polio and all these things. Now, in one sense they are claiming that we have brought down the death rate. On other side, they increased it. Earlier, many kids were dying through polio, but now maybe not much were dying through polio, but they were dying through other diseases, or they are dying through accidents. So, in one hour, means death is going to be there. No matter what you try to do, this way or that way, death, somehow or other, death is going to come.
Death is going to be there, but we are accelerating by our improper way of living, even in the way of living also. I mean that the Go Nature on group who's conducting the Go Nature group says we can live up to 150 years. Because of our bad lifestyle and bad way of eating and lifestyle, we are reducing to 70, 75, 80. Not even touching 90. Because otherwise we can live up to 150 years. It's challenging actually.
Yeah, that's what Prabhupada said, that Prayanalpa shows up in that verse, that we are responsible to decrease our lifespan. We are responsible. Now, this is like one can have natural death, but we are decreasing, we are having diseases and we are dying early. That's there. But other accidental death, even if someone is healthy, it might happen. Like we are sitting here, it might fall. Anything might happen. Anytime anything might happen. But of course, that's why we require healthy lifestyle. And certain things we cannot avoid. We cannot avoid traveling, even here and there also. There was one devotee died in front of Namata gate by accident. The devotee was coming and then bus came and hit him. So he was walking. He came from Mangalarati and he was going back to his home. He was walking. He was hit and he was dead. So even if you are cautious, you are careful, somebody else, due to somebody else's mistake, those things will come. So anyway, we see in that way that death might come this way or that way. But of course, death, like we should be a bit more careful. Not only because of death, we don't fear death, but we fear more than death. Problem is a diseased life. You are diseased and you are sleeping on the bed and everybody is serving you. You cannot chant properly, you cannot remember Krishna. What kind of life is that? So for that, we need to take care of our health. Prabhupada wrote in his kitchen, devotees were falling sick, so Prabhupada wrote in the kitchen, that one cheat. That first is health, second is sadhana, chanting, third is seva, and fourth is swadhyaya, study. So one should follow this serial. So first he put health. So devotee should have a healthy lifestyle, eating properly, proper diet, proper lifestyle. People are sleeping at late night and then eating unhealthy junky. Being a devotee, so much things are there. So we should have a healthy lifestyle. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Gopal Bhatta Goswami ki jai.